All rise for support court with Judge Vonda B. Judge, this is case number JVB1070, Allen case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Allen, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, basically, my sister came and dropped her kids off 9 months ago and hasn't come back for them.
How old are the kids?
4 and 7.
All right. What do you mean she dropped them off and hasn't come back?
Well,
I mean, tell me the story. Like, what
so
happened?
for one summer, she just, called and said, hey, I need to, would you like your niece and nephew for the summer? And I said, sure, So I took care of them because I know she works hard and she, is, attending school at night. And I don't have any kids, so I, volunteered to help out. But she hasn't come back for them, nor does she give any financial support. So
the case kicks off with Miss Allen stepping into court not to fight, but to seek support for a situation she never expected. 9 months ago, her sister dropped off her 2 kids for summer care and never came back. A 4-year-old boy and a 7-year-old girl now live full-time with their aunt, who has no children of her own and no financial help. Miss Allen isn't here out of anger. She just needs help to keep doing what's right for her niece and nephew.
So I'm here.
Okay. And you want your sister to pay child support to you for her 4-year-old and her 7-year-old?
Yes.
Okay. Are these boys, girls?
The older one's a girl, and
Okay.
the younger one's a boy.
Okay. What about health insurance?
She pays the health insurance.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I love my niece and my nephew, and, I don't necessarily want to keep them from her, but, if she needs my help and I can help, then I want to, but I need her help also.
Miss Allen clarifies. She didn't ask to become a parent, but she stepped up when her sister needed her. Now she's covering everything but health insurance, which the mother still pays. She doesn't want to sever the relationship between the kids and their mom. She just wants shared responsibility. And in her words, she's not being ugly. She's being real.
All right.
That's it. I'm not trying to be ugly or malicious to my sister. I want her to do well. I just need help.
Understand. Okay. Ma'am, what is the reason that you dropped your children off with your sister and haven't been back to get them?
I just decided that I don't want to have kids.
Excuse me?
I don't want to have kids.
Yeah, well, you already had them, so they're yours. Your sister is raising them. Don't you think you should want to get them back? Or you don't want kids at all? You don't want the responsibility, anything?
No, I just don't want to have kids anymore.
Okay, interesting. Now, what about the financial part of it? What about paying your sister child support to take care of your children? I mean, you don't want them. You're not raising them. They've been with her for the past 9 months. So wouldn't you say it's fair to give her some money for them?
When the judge turns to the mother, the courtroom mood shifts. Her response: I just decided I don't want to have kids anymore. The judge is stunned. So are we. Not only is that a cold confession, it's completely detached from the reality of 2 children who still exist. Parenting isn't a subscription service you cancel mid-year.
I don't really have it. I only make like $40,000 a year.
But you're making money, okay? Do you live alone?
Yes.
You live alone, you make $40,000 a year. She said you pay health insurance.
And I go to school at night.
Okay. Well, that's good. You don't want to, what are you going to school for? Let me ask you this first.
For fashion.
Fashion, okay. You plan to make a lot of money with that?
Hopefully one day.
Do you intend on getting your kids back at some point?
I mean, I don't know. I just know how I feel right now, and I just don't want to have my kids. I just want to focus on my career.
So let's talk about that. Did you just wake up one day and say, I don't want to have kids anymore? and I'm going to send them, make it seem as though I want my sister to keep them for the summer when really I'm just going to drop them off and never pick them back up.
The mother, who makes $40,000 a year and lives alone, tries to justify her detachment. She says she's focused on school and work, studying fashion at night. The judge, a parent herself, calls it out. It doesn't make sense to abandon your kids just because you're busy. Plenty of parents juggle work and dreams, but they don't ditch their children.
Like, how did you get to that point?
It just kind of happened, and it
kind of just happened? Are you dating someone?
no.
Were you dating someone?
Yes.
Did they have kids?
No.
They didn't want your kids around?
I mean, not necessarily. I just,
So was that what started this? You not wanting your kids because the person you were in a relationship with really didn't want your kids around?
When the judge digs deeper, the truth surfaces. The mother was in a relationship where the other person didn't want the kids around. She denies that's the reason, but the timing is hard to ignore. The judge isn't buying the story, especially when it ends with, well, now that they've been gone this long, maybe it's best. That's not motherhood. That's abandonment.
well, no. It's just, I just want to focus on my school, and I work, and so that's like my whole day. And
You have to understand why this is hard for me to process, right? You know, because myself, I'm a parent and I'll do whatever for my kids. That includes career, whatever. So to be sitting across from you and you're very adamant about that, it's really shocking for me. So you'll have to excuse me if I seem a little taken back. It's not making sense, ma'am. What it sounds like to me is that you ditched your kids because of the relationship that you previously had. You're no longer with that person,
right.
which means you can go get your kids again, right?
Well, now they've just been there so long, it's maybe what's best. And
Well, 9 months is a long time in the sense that you go without seeing them and taking care of them, but you can still make it right.
It's easier for her, Judge. My apologies to just, outburst, but it's just easier for her, for me to have them, basically.
And this is what you're okay with doing.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. You said you make $40,000 a year. Health insurance, how much was that?
$80.
$80. Okay. And that $80, that's for both of the children?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to have you do. We're going to have you continue to pay the health insurance. At least make sure the kids stay insured, okay? And you have to keep working because you're going to pay your sister child support. You understand that, right?
But I don't make enough.
Did you think you were going to come in here, not take care of them, and not pay child support?
Well, I just think they're doing okay, and she can do it.
Right, but she needs financial support. Your sister doesn't have any children. You dumped 2 kids on her. And the fact that you think that is okay is unacceptable. You dropped 2 kids on her and you don't even want to pay for them. But what did you think we were doing here today? You think I'm sitting up here so you can waste my time?
No.
Okay, so you'd agree with me, you should be paying your sister something, right?
Yes.
Okay. When do you graduate from school?
In May of next year.
Okay. Where are the children's father?
I don't know.
Miss Allen can't hold back. Through an emotional outburst, she tells the court, "It's just easier for her if I have them." And that's exactly the problem. The mother is okay letting someone else carry the emotional and financial burden as long as it's not her. But the court reminds her that's not a valid reason to escape responsibility. The judge sets the record straight. The mother will continue paying for insurance, but now she's officially being ordered to pay child support too. When she tries to argue that she can't afford it, the judge reminds her, you don't get to walk away from your children financially just because life gets hard. Parenting is not optional once you've had the kids.
For both, or, I mean, do they have the same father?
No.
Okay, so where is the 7-year-old's dad?
He's somewhere. I don't know. I don't really know.
What about the 4-year-old?
He's present sometimes. He comes around sometimes.
Are you okay?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, you understand what's going on here today, right? I just want to make sure that you're completely aware of everything that's going on today. You're going to walk out of this courtroom today paying child support to your sister. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you don't understand, I need you to tell me you don't understand, okay? So we're clear, you understand.
Yes.
Okay. So you said you make $40,000 a year, giving you credit for health insurance that bring your gross to $3,253. Your net, $2,798. That's 25% for 2 children. That brings your child support to about $699.50. We're going to round it up to $700. That's what you will pay your sister monthly.
I just don't think I can afford it. I have to pay for school, and that's really what my priority is right now.
Well, your sister's priority is to take care of your children, not her children, your children. So as long as she's in the position that you put her in, you're going to have to make it work. You graduate next year, you can find a job, a better paying job than what you have now.
Things get even more tense when the judge asks about the kids' fathers. The mom admits she has no idea where one is, and the other shows up sometimes. She clearly lacks any support network, but instead of stepping up, she stepped away. The judge makes it crystal clear the sister didn't ask to be a parent. She became one because the biological mother didn't do her job. The financial numbers are calculated based on her $40K income, and after giving credit for insurance, her monthly child support comes out to $700. The mom pleads again, I can't afford it, but the judge shuts it down. Your sister is raising your kids. The least you can do is help pay. And when you graduate next year, you can get a better paying job. This is called accountability.
Right? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. So then there's no confusion. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Are you upset with her?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure because I don't believe she did anything wrong. Miss Allen, do you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
In the closing moments, the judge asks one last question. Are you upset with your sister? The mother says no, and honestly, she shouldn't be. Miss Allen did what family is supposed to do. Step up when others step out. The case ends with the court ordering